Boy Scouts of America, a program that serves and helps the community. While they aren't helping others, they are learning different skills ranging from first aid to shotgun shooting. They also camp and learn important skills on how to survive. As a former scout and current assistant scoutmaster, I know firsthand about how scouting affects all those involved. I got to talk with 2 scouts and 2 scoutmasters from my troop about how scouting has affected them in their scouting and personal lives.
I started as a tiger cub in first grade, so like 11 years. It's been a long while. That was when I was in first grade. I started in the Cub Scouts because I didn't have all that much stuff to do, and they had a lot of activities, and it was like hanging out with other people, and it was a good thing to do.
I've been involved in scouting since second grade when I was a Wolf Scout, and since then, so it's been about 8 years or so.
As an adult, 15 years since 1998. As a youth, I was in for 10 years, I guess, something like that.
I've been in scouting approximately 17 years, both with the troop, the pack, and as a committee member at another troop in San Diego.
I don't remember a lot, but when I was in like second grade, my mom signed me up. Or she told me about it, and then she said she was going to sign me up, and I went to my first pack meeting, and I really liked it, so I just kept going from there.
Oh gosh, Cub Scouting, something my parents saw and had me join. I could fond memories of that in people's basements doing crafts and games and such. And then Boy Scouting was probably due to a friend of mine who was already in a troop, had asked me to join his troop, and I went camping and the other scouting events. Yeah.
My best ability, I think, would be teaching, like to younger boys skills. I'm generally good at explaining something. I've had people that were bad at explaining and people couldn't figure out what they meant, but I'm generally good at clearing that up.
I would say my best ability as a scout would be, I really enjoy scoutcraft, like tying knots and doing anything that has to do with camping, so like pitching tents or anything that has to do with camping and backpacking and hiking, all kinds of that kind of stuff, knots. In general, just camping, my best ability.
What is your worst ability as a scout?
Probably preparing very early for something that's happening later. Like a camp out will be happening that weekend, it'll be like 2 days before, I'll be like, I have to plan a menu.
I would say probably working with knives. I've never been too fond of knives, so working with knives has never been one of my strong points, so it's my weakest ability.
Through the scouting program, all the boys get involved in different activities, both fun and insightful.
My favorite merit badge, probably rabbit raising, which you guys don't get anymore. It gave you an opportunity to actually have live rabbits, raise those, and you either raised them for breeding for pets or for food, which was a very interesting concept.
My favorite merit badge was aviation because I'm really interested in planes, and that was really cool. We got actually to fly a real plane, and I got to fly a helicopter too. That was really cool.
I think my favorite merit badge that I've done is archery, because it's harder than just pointing and shooting like shotgun or something like that. And especially at the summer camp that I went to when I earned it, they actually did the figuring out which eye was dominant. They did that wrong. So I was used to holding the bow with my left hand, but I had to go with my right hand and still qualify.
I like cycling the most. That was kind of fun. Our troop cycled out to all the way from where I lived to Firestone Scout Ranch back when it was out in the middle of nowhere. And ironically enough, that was the last merit badge I earned to make 21 for Eagle, because I procrastinated on it and never finished the paperwork. But I think of all the ones I did, that was probably the most fun.
During the various activities and merit badges, the Scout and Scoutmasters keep in mind the future.
Hopefully, I'll become a scoutmaster at some point and hope to give back, and especially this troop since we need some replacements.
Well, I'll be 18 my senior year, so I plan to become an adult leader in the scout or assistant scoutmaster in the troop, and then hopefully someday I'll have my own son and I'll be able to get involved that way as an adult leader in his troop.
Let's see, now that my boys and my daughter are off to school and off to other parts of their life and adventure, I kind of look forward to squaring things away and getting ready for retirement when I can, you know, but it's going to be a few years off, so I'll still be involved in scouting for a while.
Scouting has opened me to trying new things is one of the main things I would say is I'm really interested in trying new things and I'm not afraid to go out there and try something new once in a while.
I don't know what college I want to go to yet, but I have two kind of career paths that I'm pretty set on. I think one would probably be a forensic scientist, and the other one would be game design.
I plan to go to college, of course, and I want to either go to Penn State or the Air Force Academy and become an engineer, probably an aeronautical engineer or aerospace engineer, study rockets and airplanes and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's given me lots of life skills and communication skills with people, and all the different merit badges we have given me especially the 12 Eagle merit badges have given me the skills I need for life, personal management, first aid, so everything from left to right I'll be prepared for in life. And it's given me aspiration as to my career and prepared me for life overall, so yes.
Well, now that my sons are both out of scouting, I still want to continue doing scouting. I don't know if I want to continue being the scoutmaster. I'd like to find somebody else to take over as scoutmaster, but I don't think there's been someone who's been willing to do it or that I think had the time to really dedicate to it, you know. Myself and all the other leaders in the last 10 years or so built up the troop to what it was, and it's a really neat program, and I'd hate to just turn it over and walk away and see it come apart. So my plans are to stay with, until I can find somebody to take over Scoutmaster, and then continue to do some of the other things I do, like advancement chair, or maybe if I could get out of the Scoutmaster thing, I could do some special stuff like staff and camporee or doing more OA stuff or things like that. But I just really don't have the time for it along with Scoutmaster.
These scouts and scoutmasters have experienced what scouting had to offer to them, but their journey isn't over yet. They will continue to learn and will give back as much as they can, not just to scouting, but also in life.